Brian Ferentz has been fired at Iowa, and I'm very sad. I am crushed by this news, and I want to share this moment with you because, well, he hasn't exactly been fired. He'll still be around through the bowl game, which means he's basically been informed you won't be the offensive, you won't be returning next season, but you're still going to coach the rest of this season. There's so much to this, and it's sad. I find it sad. And I want to share this moment with you that I'm sad about it because there's so much to unpack here. And speaking of unpacking, I have a package, and I'm hoping that this is a slightly crushed package, and I'm hoping that this is a sample order of merch, of my own merch. And we're going to unbox this. I have a knife. It's Britney Spears. That's kind of a bizarre reference, but hey, Brian Ferentz is Kirk's son, and you basically went to him and said, "Yeah, you're not going to be back next year." And I mean, Brian Ferentz is basically running Kirk's offense, and that'd be like if you took your son and said, "Yeah, you're going to run my offense, and we're going to make you into a laughing stock because we both know that my offense is going to be pure garbage." And by the way, I'm only going to recruit one quarterback that's even serviceable per year. Now, that's kind of an endemic thing that seems to be widespread across college football amongst teams that aren't in the top five. So, the whole we only have one quarterback thing, I think that's kind of all over the place. Let me cut this open here, and we'll see what's in it. It may not be the right package at all because I have several things coming because I don't know. You get depressed. Oh, it is merchandise. Well, that's nice because we'll go through some of it. We'll see how it looks. So Brian Ferentz is fired. He's staying around to the end of the season. I don't know what Iowa is ranked through the season. I'm pretty sure they're dead last in a lot of categories in the Big Ten, and probably close to that nationally because let's face it, their offense has been hideous. And you always ask yourself, what would happen if they actually had a decent offense? What if they put the effort into making the third piece of their team be functional? They have an exceptional defense due to Phil Parker over there. They have pretty good special teams. I mean, excellent special teams. They have the punting thing going for them. What would happen if they actually put any effort into offense whatsoever? They would maybe contend for a college football playoff, and that's the nicest thing I can say about Iowa. I think that might be the nicest thing I've ever said about Iowa. And God, it hurts. It hurt my head to say that. Okay, let's see what we got here first. What the first item is, and people seem to like unboxing things, videos. So here you go. This is a standard. What it's called is an all over print T-shirt. This is like a large. This is for me. I like this in black. I think it's pretty snazzy. I do have a white dog, and that always concerns me. But what do you think? Is it me? It is. Yeah. But a large all over print Cobby T-shirt. I think those are kind of cool. And mostly what I did here was I ordered, my God, how much stuff did I order? I ordered stuff that really was kind of up on the store, but I want to make sure that it actually is decent quality before I start pumping it out to people. So does Kirk Ferentz have another son that he can basically smash into a tiny little ball, turn into a laughing stock, and force him to run his crappy, outdated 1907 based offense? Because if he does have another son, no matter what the kid's name is, I would say that that's who is going to be the next Iowa offensive coordinator. Because I think this whole, nepotism thing that they got away with over there and what was going on at Iowa, I think you got to be kidding yourself if that really wouldn't just happen again. Oh, maybe that's a stretch. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, look at this. This is a different T-shirt. This is not up on the store. You've seen those T-shirts that say Saturdays are for pain and sadness. Well, that's changing now. And I want to come up with a phrase that is Okay, I'll be honest with you. I keep thinking I should do this for video about a, a concept that I use to live, how I've used to survive from being dead and living with a brain injury. And part of it has the word resilience. And there was a new phrase I came up with. So this is really not for sale yet. Let me know what you think of it. But I'm trying to search for something that's more positive than fuck everything, go big red. There is no hope because, well, to be honest with you, I don't want to get stuck with that concept forever. I want us to be positive. I realize the other one is snarky. I showed that design to my oldest son, and he said it doesn't have the word fuck in it. And I think he's right. It needs, I mean, let's stay with a brand here, you know. I swear all the time. I'm gonna miss fucking Brian Ferentz. That's really the honest to God truth. Okay, here's oh look, there's one with the word. It's how do you pronounce this? Ficking, farking. Yeah, you know. So this is the new run the frickin' ball T-shirt. You know, for some reason in human language, if you take an asterisk and you put it in places, everything's okay with the word fucking. I find that the most fascinating thing about human being. This is an extra large. I ordered this as an extra large. It's a little bit bigger, but I wanted to see what it would be like. These are a Gildan 5000 is what I try to stick with the t-shirts. It's a heavy cotton, you know, it's your traditional t-shirt. But you know, you might ask, why is that blue thing there? Is it in honor of the 100th year anniversary of Memorial Stadium? Well, not really. It's there because if I didn't have something there, that design would just fade into the background. It wouldn't stand out. So the blue is there to help it stand out away from the background. I don't know. Do you like that? Those are already up. I did order more stuff than I thought. Here is a red version of that shirt. And this is an extra large. These are way too big for me. But you know, maybe I like things that droop. What do you think of that design? This is the RTFB. That way you can go around and people can ask you, what the hell does RTFB stand for? Well, it stands for the entirety of this year's offense, which is run the frickin' ball. Let me go back to that for a moment. Frickin' frack. You know, when you look at TV shows, they've always been able to get away with like saying frick, frack, things like that, as long as they don't say the word fuck. Everybody knows what they're saying, but somehow people are way less offended. Okay, now this is the hoodie that is in black, and I should have done this a long time ago. Okay, this is a black Cobby hoodie. And I really like the white one, but it's white. And it honestly, you do. Somebody sent me a note and they said, I like that design. I like the hoodie, but I don't want to worry about spilling things on me. And I thought, he's right. You know, it's kind of, you spill some big spaghetti on you and you ruin the whole thing. This is a large. It's not a, This is much larger than I thought it'd be. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've had people order these, and the guys that have ordered them are really, really big guys, and they've complained about how small they are. Like one guy was 6'4", 250 pounds, and he said basically it was like a crop top. And, you know, I worked with him on trying to make that right because I don't want to screw you guys over on this stuff. I want to be able to sell stuff that people would like. I think I ordered this a size too big too, and it looks pretty big. Okay, Brian Ferentz fired. What does that mean? It means he's around the rest of the year. And the funny thing about that is I mean, what's he going to do for the rest of the year? I mean, he's already had to become a laughing stock at his father's behest. He's already had to, I mean, they have a terrible offense. What's he suddenly going to do? Sabotage the offense and they're going to score like 38 points a game? That's what I want. That's what I think might be funny about all this. I mean, you can't really get worse by trying. Their quarterback is horrible. The backup to Cade McNamara, uh, he can't hit the broadside of a barn. Now, here's the key with this. What is it right now? Everybody's kind of a jumbled mess in the Big Ten West. And I know Matt Rule has done this thing where he says, we want to go 1-0 this week. So, really, our focus should be on beating Michigan State. And I like that idea because I think that every time Nebraska fans or Nebraskans their expectations get too much, like we're going to win the Big Ten West, then we get disappointed when it doesn't happen. We're always setting our expectations up here and they always come in here. Okay, they come in kind of near the floor lately over the last few years. But why don't we just set our expectations to say we're going to beat Michigan State this week, and we're not going to worry about the Big Ten West. I know that part of our jobs, me and this spewing stuff that we do online, is speculating down the road. Oh, what's it going to be like 3 years from now? Right now in season, let's just beat Sparty. That's it. Beat Sparty, go 1-0 this week, and then worry about what happens after that. But and then I'm just going to violate everything. If you look at the Big Ten West, I mean, it is a big jumbled mess. Nebraska needs Iowa to lose. We need Minnesota to lose. They have the tiebreaker over us. And we need Wisconsin to lose. We need those three teams to lose games from here on out. And you kind of look at them and you go, well, there's really good chances of that happening. I think Wisconsin has Ohio State coming up. Iowa's remaining schedule, if I remember off the top of my head, is really easy. But we could stand in their way because that game, it would be perfect, I think, for the last division race in the Big Ten to come down to Nebraska and Iowa on a Black Friday to see who wins the division. And I think that would be beautiful. It would be beautiful for the rivalry. It would be beautiful for the end of the Big Ten West. And it would be beautiful, I think, for Nebraska because I think we're going to beat them. The game would end up 3-2. Everybody in the nation would have to go see their optometrist the day after because their eyes would be just completely bloodshot and probably have some brain damage from watching the game. But that would be so beautiful to me. And it would be probably Brian Ferentz's second to last game. And it's going to be interesting to see how we can make fun of Brian Ferentz or if we're going to just be sympathetic toward him, because I think we should be more sympathetic toward him. I mean, he is running his dad's offense, like I said earlier. And it really is just it's a joke. And Kirk Ferentz is kind of a joke. And one of the things you have to speculate about is Kirk going to be back next year? Yeah, there's been really no public indication that he's retiring, right? There's been no. Let me think here for a minute. The magic horn. This is what I use. I throw it at things. I mean, Kirk, the chances of Kirk coming back next year, I'd say 75% because why the hell not? I mean, he's not really that old. He's still got things to accomplish. I don't know where I'm going to go with that. We have a live show tonight. Be sure to tune in, and Todd and I will go over a lot of stuff. And there you go. I am interested in getting your feedback on any one of these things. We haven't sold a lot this year. In this, I need to figure out if it's going to work at larger sizes. These things I like. There is one out there called the recycled. It's a sports jersey, basically. And this one is a t-shirt. And you'll notice it has a little V-neck. One of those comes in like sizes up to 6XL, which is huge, and the other one doesn't. So there are options. There you go. That's what this is. I hope you're all doing well. This was honestly just a giant excuse because I've been staring at a Linux server all day, and I have symbolic link problems and I can't figure them out, and my brain hurts from staring at this crap all day. So I wanted a break, and here it was. Thank you for your support of this channel. Let me know what you think about Brian Ferentz's replacement, whoever that might be, and go Big Red. Saturdays are for hope and resilience. I don't know. What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments.